Hello YouTubers, RogueMonkeyJr here, and in today's video we're going to talk about the brand new hop-up in Season 7, the Quickdraw Holster. But before we start off the video, if you enjoy it, hitting the like button really helps out the channel, and you can even maybe consider subscribing. But without further ado, let's jump straight into this. Alright, so the Quickdraw Holster hop-up is supposed to, as it says on it, faster weapon switching, ADS time, and reduced hip fire spread. Now you can attach this on the Wingman and the RE-45. Now I wanted to come into the firing range first to show you guys the difference between a Wingman that doesn't have that hop-up whatsoever, and then when it does have the Quickdraw Holster, same thing for the RE-45. So we're going to look at different types of bullet spread, how much it reduces the hip fire spread, and the differences between the ADS time. Okay, so coming here, first and foremost, generally speaking, weapon switching to pistols is really quick, so it's pretty negligible the amount of time you do save with this hop-up. Same thing goes for ADSing, so as you can see, it is very fast to ADS. It is marginally faster to ADS with this hop-up on. Now, for the reduced hipfire spread. So I don't really tend to hipfire the Wingman that much, but I'll show you guys just for example's sake. So we're about like, what, 10 meters away, give or take. So we're just gonna hipfire this thing and just spam it as much as we can and see the differences. Okay, so I wasn't pulling down on the mouse at all. I wasn't compensating for any recoil. And as you can see, you know, the one without the Quickdraw Holster hop-up actually had a tighter spread than the one with the Quickdraw Holster hop-up. So yeah, that isn't a great start for the hop-up. So we're going to move on to the RE-45 now, swap for two of these babies. And for example's sake, we're just going to put purple mags on both like I did for the Wingman, just so we get a bigger picture of how much the recoil or the hipfire spread changes. So the same thing goes for the RE-45. I mean, so as I said with the Wingman, you switch to pistols really quick, so the amount of time that is decreased from switching is really marginal. Same thing for the ADS. This is with the hop-up, and then this is without the hop-up. So as you can see, you're maybe saving like, I don't know, a fraction of a second in time. Okay, so we're about the same distance here, about 10 meters, give or take. So this is the one without the hop-up. Again, not compensating for recoil. We're gonna move here. So as you can see, for the RE-45, there is a considerable amount of hipfire spread reduction with the hop-up on compared to the one that didn't have it. So the dispersion of bullets is in a much bigger surface area with the RE-45 that doesn't have the hop-up compared to the one with the hop-up. So if we go ahead and slap, I don't know, like just for example's sake, a gold stabilizer on both of these weapons. So about the same distance, give or take 10 meters. Okay, so first the one without the hop-up and the gold stabilizer. And then one with the hop-up and the gold stabilizer. So as you can see, again, a much tighter spread. You do have that initial up and to the right recoil pattern, but the bullets are in a much tighter spread on the left than the one on the right. So with all this information, what do I think of the Quickdraw Holster hop-up for Season 7 for the RE-45 and the Wingman? So first and foremost, let's talk about the Wingman. Okay, generally speaking, I don't hipfire the Wingman a lot unless I'm like pretty much within punching distance of somebody and I have the Wingman out. I might try and hipfire it, but generally speaking, I'm going to try and aim down sights because the Wingman isn't the most accurate weapon when you're hipfiring it unless you're crouching, which then makes you a pretty easy and slow target to hit. I would much rather have the skull piercer hop up on the Wingman, seeing as you can two-shot somebody in the head with that hop up, and I don't really see the point. As you saw in the footage, the difference in hip fire spread isn't that substantial to actually make it worth it. Same thing goes for the amount of time it takes to switch to your handgun, so the Wingman, and the amount of time it takes to ADS. It is very, very minimal, and I would still stick with the Skull Piercer hop-up for the Wingman. Now going to the RE-45. The RE-45 I think is a pretty underrated weapon. It has a super high rate of fire, it does decent damage, and you can just absolutely laser down people in close to medium range combat with this thing, especially when you're ADSing. And you saw in the footage that there was actually a good amount of difference between the spread of the RE-45 without the hop-up versus with the Quickdraw Holster hop-up. So I do think for the RE-45 it's a good addition, because then again the RE-45 didn't have a hop-up available to it prior to Season 7, except for Season 2 when you had the disruptor rounds, but that was short-lived. So I have been using the RE-45 as a secondary weapon a lot in Season 7, I can say. With the hop-up, man, it is really, really nasty, because you have that speed of changing weapons to a handgun, which is much quicker than an assault rifle or a sniper rifle or an LMG. And then you also have the quick ADS time of a pistol, and if you couple that with a purple or blue extended mag, you can absolutely shred people in close to medium range combat. Medium range combat, obviously you'll want to be ADSing, but in close quarter combat, it's destructive. It's almost as good as the R99. Now the R99 is an SMG, so you can't really compare it, but having the RE-45 as a secondary with the Quickdraw Holster hop-up actually makes a difference, and it can be a very reliable choice as your secondary weapon if you're using a sniper rifle, an LMG, or an assault rifle as your main weapon. I have been doing this a lot, using an R301 with an RE-45 combo. Having the Quickdraw Holster hop-up on there really makes a difference. As for the Wingman, I can't say I'm really a fan, and I don't really notice that much of a difference using the Quickdraw Holster hop-up versus the Wingman with no hop-up, or the Wingman with a Skull Piercer, which in my opinion is far superior to a Wingman with the Quickdraw Holster hop-up. So with all this being said, I do think there needs to be a little bit more increase in effectiveness of the Quickdraw Holster hop-up, so maybe further reduce the amount of time it takes to switch between weapons to the weapon with the Quickdraw Holster hop-up, and same thing for the ADS, reduce further the amount of time it takes to ADS when you are using said hop-up. So that's my take on the brand new Season 7 hop-up. I think it could be a little bit more powerful than it currently is, especially considering the RE-45 only has the one hop-up available to it, which kind of makes it a no-brainer to just have it already. But as for the Wingman, you have the choice between the Skull Piercer and the Quickdraw Holster. I mean, I would 100% of the time go with the Skull Piercer instead, so maybe giving the Quickdraw Holster hop-up a little boost in power would actually make people consider using the Quickdraw Holster instead. But anyways, let me know in the comment section down below what you think of the Quickdraw Holster hop-up. Have you been using it? Have you been using the RE-45, or were you even using the RE-45 before it got this hop-up in Season 7? Let me know all that in the comment section down below. But if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.